Hello, today is day 14. We got past day 13, that's cool. um, I tried going to work today and I got violently ill in the Tim Hortons parking lot. So I'm here instead. Um, Trying to do something at least. I didn't quite prepare, but I'm not that far off from being ready. Uh, yeah. So plan for today is mildly varied. I'm This is our final image for now. Um, I'm still considering this a kind of prototype. I want to come back to it later. But I'm now taking the idea of a full book more seriously. And after creating this first page here, I have a lot of new ideas. I think I can do it much better. Um, I'm I don't hate it though. In the future here, I might have to rewrite it by hand. I have a tablet pen pad thing that I can do that with, but my handwriting is not the neatest. So until further notice, this is page one, the beta. On that note, I'm going to save and we'll close that for now. Now, this is the size I want to be working at from now on. This is 8 inches by 10 inches, which fits on a large, uh, nice premium photo print for the price of $2.30. And I could go larger. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the exact ratio. Any larger and the price of it is going to go way up. So 8 by 10 for now. That gives me a lot of space to work with while not breaking my bank, which is already not, you know, I'm not loaded. But on this note, uh, for now, I'm gonna keep these all in separate pages. Um, Page one might get forgotten. I find in these series of projects, generally the first creation is the worst, and as you progress down the series, you get better. So we'll see how much better I can get here. Get rid of that. Yeah. So today is different. Oh, sorry, my throat's still raw. Today's different. And what makes today different is that I want to write on camera for a change. Um, this is probably quite strange. Well, I mean, it is quite strange. um, in this, I'm kind of, I feel like I'm revealing a lot. This is kind of my art form. I feel as if this is the same method I use in my collage work often, um, where you attempt to find a flow state of kinds where things begin to come effortlessly. That's a rare enough occurrence that often often we have to seek them. It's hard to talk and type. Occurrence that I think I think often I desperately seek. We often seek such a ease-filled state of mind. But to call it filled is maybe here's a kind of weirder word, kind of weirder way to say it. Non-contradictory state of mind. To be in flow is to have very little hesitation or like non-relevant hesitation. Um, but with a flow state comes a readiness that maybe simulates hesitation. You're in the flow state playing dodgeball. The hesitation is a um, quick reflex, like kind of dodge a bullet instinct. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. Get at is where the instinctual drive takes over the rational mind. I don't know why those states of mind in particular are so interesting. um, I am slowly running out of cigarettes, and man, I believe large part of the reason I was so ill this morning is because I've been chain smoking in a bad way. But I am trying. Uh, there's definitely a lack of impulse control on my part. But I know again, I'm not alone in that. If you see how desperately people seek to try and quit smoking, I am not incredibly abnormal. Though uh, I wasn't even I didn't have the privilege of smoking when it was still cool. I feel like it never was, despite my parents and such saying that they smoked because they thought it was cool as a kid. I don't know. That's funny. Um, I think at this point, I am trying to relieve my mind of burden so that I can begin to write. Attempting to find the flow states. Maybe not there isn't a singular flow state. Um, and in a way, the idea of a flow state reflects back to more esoteric functions like channeling and summoning spirits or entities or personalities. People take everything too extreme, so there's a rational way to look at that. Look at that. Um, Repeating Jung over and over, Jungian psychology over and over again, gets old at some point, but we're still talking about archetypes here, so that's what we're getting at when we talk about channeling something or you summon the inner hero, you whatever, and you try to channel, you try to fit your desired archetype for a moment, empathize with it, sympathize with it, let's use both words. Um, what would it do? What would it tell you in that moment? And maybe that's a weird thing people do when they're lonely. They try and provide self feedback in a way that doesn't feel like it's from themselves. But it works for some people. I don't know. Again, people take everything to extremes. So what works for someone and doesn't work for another. Maybe one person's trying too hard. Maybe one person's not trying at all. You got to figure out where you are in that balance, and maybe that changes with the time of the day. And you just got to figure that out. You got to map your mind. Maybe I've thought about that too much, or not enough. See, these contradictions are inherent in everything. So maybe all is contradiction to be. I don't know when all is contradiction to be absolved, solved. I don't know how to word that exactly. This in general, I kind of want to already delete and restart. Usually I would. I think the observer effect is happening here, and I have some kind of obligation to commit. It's funny. Um, this is kind of also why I was embarrassed to show my writing process, because it feels like the most direct outlet I have for my like neurosis. Um, in a way, this has been like writing has been therapy for me over the years. It's been largely my most intimate connection with humanity is through this medium. So I treat it with a lot of sacredness and reverence. And yeah, I don't know if I hope I do it its proper honor. Um, this is despite, by the way, my favorite author of all time in his late 80s telling the world he regretted literature and he regretted the pursuit. And maybe in that I should be honest about my how little I often read um, compared to how much I write. And it can be funny to when I do take the moment to read, often I see myself like my own writing. That's a kind of irony that's kind of sad, I guess, because when I do take the time to do that, they seem to be as lonely, as confused as me, and I have this hesitation to help. Don't want to approach. And there's just so much volatility, but in that, I guess I must admit my own volatility and potential to be weird. But yeah, like I guess yeah, we get into the writing, and this is where I get strange because I often don't include a lot of the build up to the insights. I kind of I throw them down on the page after I have had a long train of thought to get there because that's more extreme and it's more fun. But even in that, I've like explored the area, I've explored the geography. I've created I don't know, a ton of the most mundane kind of writing possible. Like, I woke up and I had eggs for breakfast, with a little bit of salt and coffee, and that itself feels like a different kind of writing entirely than what I'm trying to do here or what I might change it up to. That is simply like grounding. Yeah, it's nice at times, but too much of that gets quite boring. You try to improve on it every day. You know, you want to get a little better. You want to, even in the mundane journal kind of writing. If you have the compulsion to fill it in, the temptation is to do things to fill it in with, which is kind of fun. It can be motivating. Um, I'm still just enjoying this moment here. Yeah, in that maybe I am procrastinating writing. Um, I do like to be. I like to be thoughtless. Thoughtless when I write. At times, again, it comes back into the achieving effortlessness. Um, Bukowski, his idea of don't try. Though I've taken these authors' ideas and I've certainly inserted my own bias and my twist into them, so that it'd be hard to relate with others sometimes because of that. Because my ideas aren't they don't feel as face value as they can be taken for at times. But I don't know. So yeah, a weird thing here. Just a little thought rolled across my mind, and it's something I hate. It's quite frustrating, and I don't know why I decided to show that. Um, I don't know. I get too sentimental. I think that's probably why it's embarrassing sharing this. God, man. I think doing this, I like. I show myself that I put on such a facade with the laughter and some kind of approach at masculinity. Like I don't. Like I don't try to be an actor, but I at some point I may have become one, and I mean that way before I started recording anything. I was acting in a weird sense. I was just a character. I'm still I'm still just a guy in front of a screen blabbering about his thoughts. So I reached out to a couple different spaces and asked for ideas. This is especially difficult for me. Um, Let me put this away here. Um, so when I write, I like to like quite literally enter a kind of trance state, like optimally. And I don't know. I need silence right now. The music's bothering me. I don't know if I can do this right now. Um, I'm generally looking for a spark. Always like searching for a spark and never finding a light. Sometimes it helps just to blabble during what seems to be a moment. No, nullness. This awkward silence. Um, Showing myself in some embarrassing light. uh, yeah. I don't know. We all have insecurities. What? Uh, I'd attempt at breaking the facade of beauty. There you go. And some embarrassing shade. An attempt at breaking the facade of beauty. That the world is what? I want to say hairy because it's funny. But what the world's ugly? No, I don't mean to be self-deprecating. You know. Maybe hairy is the best word then, 'cause it's kind of funny. The world is hairy. uh, my mind drifts to femininity. No, she doesn't shave her legs. Uh, Nothing wrong with not shaving your legs. The world is hairy. I wonder again what words I'm attempting to find. Oh, oh, what might fill the void? Void of purpose. My heart's mind. Um, in this, I'm trying to also start getting vaguely more cryptic and into the flow of, we're trying to create a book here. Yeah, we're trying to create a book here. I revealed a little bit of personal information there. My bad. I'm just gonna cut that out. That'd be a little bit awkward. But again, lost time. So the line train of thought. I have a large feeling I'll only be able to create this later tonight. Um, it tends to be my writing time. Where does one find inspiration when devoid of energy? To be frank, I don't know. I was quite ill this morning. I'm trying to play it off like it wasn't embarrassing, but yeah, it was awful. Took a shower when I got home, and yeah. Um, when will it feel right? When will it feel right to something? Seek the thing that'll save us. In this, I reveal a lot of anxiety and questioning. Do do do. This is definitely the hardest part for me is the writing, and I have lots of writing to dig back onto, but so I put out some questions to some friends there asking for potential writing to include in this book project. I'm kind of sorry about today. This feels on some level. I'm just trying to feel human. I'd like to progress in this a bit. I've been kind of intentionally not thinking about it too much, and off recording either, which is certainly delaying things, but is also making sure I don't get overwhelmed and have time for the rest of my life. Man, that's embarrassing though. I had the door open out of the truck in Tim Hortons parking lot, just vomiting onto the slushy parking, the slushy asphalt. Horrible. I wouldn't have cared really if no one saw it, but it's hard not to be hurt when you're like violently ill. And the irony is, I felt better immediately, and then I got the day off work anyways. Just uh, I need the money, so it's not that it's not really ideal, right? On the note of money, I have a decent friend who seems pretty serious about wanting to buy this book once I finish it. She's given me a decent number to aim for to 10 pages. It's reasonable. It might not seem reasonable at this pace, but it's okay. I want to play with something here. I'm gonna put the keyboard away. Let me find it. um, as a small break from the book stream too, let me show you what I got. Pen tablet thing. I was finding it really hard to write, so it's making it a little bit more difficult for me. My handwriting isn't the best. And this tablet got water on it recently. I think it should be fine. Tiny bit more of this, and then we get started. Is it connected? I gotta turn it on. That would help. I haven't used this in a while, so bear with me. Oh, that's my mouse thing. Sorry. I don't think that's important. How do I connect this again? Okay. I should have everything set up now. I forgot exactly what I wanted to do again. Again, I'm not exactly feeling up to par today. So yeah, I got the pen hooked up here. I can't hook up my mouse and this at the same time. Wondering why it's inverted. I have my pad upside down here. Oops. I don't use this incredibly often. Yeah. On the topic of art, in these like extra long projects, it's a lot to be dealing with all at once, you know. So I think breaking up that process with smaller, more casual creations might be cool. We're getting Bob Ross in here. Let's put a mountain there. I wonder how much of that the pen picks up on the audio. I'm not looking at UPS at the moment. Whatever. It's now an ASMR stream, I guess. Okay, so again, another day here. A lot of pausing and starting. I don't want this video to go on much longer either. It'd probably be shorter if I wasn't being interrupted, but it's okay. I don't even know what I'm making here. I honestly don't like this. I would like to restart. I think in general I'm in I don't know, I'm somewhere dark. I have a little bit of an idea come to mind here for some strange reason. Inner darkness. And with this, I'm just kind of playing with whatever comes to mind first. I thought the blue. For some reason, I'm inclined towards a light blue. Maybe even like a teal. So I have an idea. Not a face. I just want like a smooth green there. A little rough around the edges. I'm gonna change the size up a tiny bit. It's green. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it kind of messy too, because it's, if I can fix it, then it's kind of charm. I want this to be a little more moody. Go a little bit darker on the purple. And there's no, I guess there's some thought to this. Right now I just want to get rid of all the white. I'm gonna make this blend in better. Get rid of the. Uh, so I want some dark green on the edges here. I do have kind of an idea already. I like the very simple foresty vibes. I don't know why I'm starting to make a face here by accident. It's not quite what I meant to do. Maybe I roll with it. Um, I like using very low opacity, and then I just like to scribble a million layers on top of each one another. That's like genuinely my typical, well, one of my like construction methods in this. I don't know what I'm making. How creepy should I make it? Let's change up the brush so it's a little bit. I want that, I think. Uh, that's okay. I should add something and get rid of the edges a bit. I should be lowering the opacity on that. It's okay. Um, I have a habit of. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing there. It's kind of felt like that. Let's obscure that a bit more. I want some yellow there. And let's fix that. My keyboard's not plugged in, so I have to do this. Let's change the opacity more. I don't know exactly what I'm making here. I'm gonna get darker there to give some depth. I don't know why it's deeper here exactly. It just is. Do that. More depth here. I feel inclined. I like that red. Um, there's really no intention. This is kind of just my stress reliever method. I want it deeper right now. Make that edge a little sharper. I felt right when I was on being on fire there a little bit. Some yellow at a very low opacity again. We'll do. I keep trying to use my keyboard. Undo that little squiggle. I want to make this smaller. Undo my last. And then we'll do a darker green here. It's a little hairy. We'll do another shade of green too. I want to be darker and greener. This is kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Um, some smaller stuff too. I like this kind of circuitry idea, maybe. Oh, it's gonna hurt my hand though. Oh, I don't like that last bit. Um, I might turn this into like a self-portrait more than anything, I guess. Um, um, lips are always tricky. How do lips work? I definitely have some more like darker undertones in a lot of my creations, but I don't know. How do you exactly fix that? Oops. Anyways, um, that's it for today. Just some doodling, some rambling. Peace. Have a good day.